won't stay silent.
And we're going to be here. Is everyone in the right space? Everyone is in the right space. Hello. And welcome back to Cosmos Candela.
Are we on?
Yeah, we are indeed on. Say hello, various humanoids and sentients.
Hello, various
Hello.
humanoids and sentients.
Unfortunately, I am sentient.
Yeah, you're both humanoid and sentient. Some of you are birds, some of you are lizards, some of you are human beings. Question mark? Still technically ship of Theseus. Yes, here we are once again in Cosmos Candela. Last time on Cosmos Candela, our cosmonauts found themselves locked in a room for the good majority of it, but locked in a condo, if you will. After defeating Tommy Two Shoes and his mantis-like henchman thug, and sending them off via the security team from Tery with some good rolls and everything like that, there was an effort to realize that the station was still in kind of dire straits. And Tery reached out to their very fine manager, could not get a hold of them. After 16 rings, it went to a special voicemail. They did a procedure where they found out for themselves that, what was the manager's name? I'm not looking at that note right now. Alexander, that's it.
Can I tell you,
Alexander? The most
I
important
accidentally started shipping Alexander and Tery a little bit after how
a little bit.
Tery was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out. We'll find out about all of that. But that's more Julia's choice.
I know.
Nonetheless,
Alexander there can't be fan art.
had set up a security situation in case of their absence. A little mysterious globe appeared on or on a coffee table. All this happening while Izzy was making themselves a sandwich in the kitchen.
Everybody.
Yeah, and you made food for everyone. And you found out that Alexander is part of some secretive organization of some sort that he was going to read Tery in on eventually, but had not had the chance, and that he is either missing or incapacitated in some fashion. So now we have, and he was delivered coordinates and a password, in order to meet up with this organization due to some dangerous situation on the station. But part of the security was that several hours would go by while the condo was on complete, steel locked doors, windows, everything completely closed off. No internet, no intranet on Vela Station, no broadcasting of any kind. And then a few hours later, the panels move up, light comes back in, the intranet is back up, and where we left off, everything seemed fine. And most importantly, the local news broadcast and everything all were as if no floating bodies, sirens, chanting songs that made certain people levitate or pass out or be injured, or various, none of that seems to have occurred. And that is where we left off. So the Eddie gets a strange look on their face. With Will out today, we're going to conveniently exit their character so I don't have to run Eddie. Eddie gets a very strange look on their face, and now that's open, just sort of looks at all of you, and it's like, it was good seeing all of you. I'll meet up with you later. I gotta go. I gotta go check on my cat. And looks at a gives a weirdly Eddie doesn't even know why, makes eye contact with Kilo for a moment, and then
Kilo knows.
Kilo knows.
Yeah.
And Eddie lights out.
Go check on your cat.
Multiple of you have Eddie's contact information if you need to get in contact with Eddie, but Eddie lights out and runs off. As I will let the audience and other players know, I have something for that I just quickly scrambled to invent. So I will be doing a little bit of information next time Will is with us on what's happening and what drew Eddie away in this moment. Because it is not, in fact, a cat situation.
You sneaky.
Mystery.
Bye. You
Yeah.
sneaky
Never
little
expected to be
guy.
much
I
of a
wasn't gonna
With your secrets.
secrets, but
He saved my life and
Mm.
left.
and left.
Ain't that
I
just
kind
the
of
way?
picture being more of a ferret guy more than a cat guy.
Actually, yeah.
Or the iguana.
You know?
Mm. But yeah, the four of you are here. All of you have coordinates to, I believe it's, what was it? It was Quasi.
Little Quasar's Pizza.
Yeah. Julius Quasar's Pizza and Smoothie Hut. In one of the like merchant commercial districts, one of the kind of shopping districts in one of the regions, still in this area of Bellis Station. Several minutes away by travel, even more, of course, by walking or lift or automated walkways and things like that, but not far. Like, a good solid 20-25 minute stroll, 5-10 minute thing. Velis is a very walkable space station. If you're willing to do it. But yeah, what are you all doing? Because you're all here. The tension's gone. You're no longer forced to be in this space. You all saw Alexander issuing that stuff to Tery, or issuing that information to Tery and recognizing, or at least able to scan and recognize you all by your bio IDs.
Hey, anybody wondering why it didn't know Eddie?
Well, did Terry know it?
Who's Eddie?
The man with the pince nez.
Your
Oh.
best friend that just ran
The
away.
Mohawk.
My best
Your
friend.
savior.
Your best friend that just took off. Yeah, Alexander had no idea who Eddie was when they
I'm sure
scanned
he's not that bad. He passed the vibe check.
maybe their vibe check. And
Maybe he's a low
I am a good
profile.
judge of character.
Maybe he, yeah. I know people who are low profile. I'm not.
oh, you do? Oh, you know people who are low profile.
I do.
So good of you
Mhm.
to
Some of
familiarize
my
yourself.
fans.
Yeah, some of your fans, low
Yes.
profile. I'm sure they
Yeah.
would love to hear themselves referred to as low profile. You should tell them that next time on stream.
Oh,
Hello,
should I
my
go?
low profile
My
fans.
low profile
go live?
fans.
Yeah. There's your
Well, actually,
stream
don't do that.
was
Don't give
interrupted.
him poor advice.
It would be wrapping up very, like, relatively close to now in your stream kind of context. It would only be like another hour or two of the 32-hour stream for it now. And by the metrics, because it got cut off for such a long time, that you won't nearly have the audience when you come back. Probably because most people will have passed out asleep because they didn't have the option to do anything, and they'd been watching you on stream for up to that point like 24, 26 hours. And so, they're crashing out. But yeah.
I gotta know, Terry,
Uh,
what do you
this is
do
the
for
time.
26 hours on stream?
No, this is the time that is in between my streams. So this is the time that
Oh.
Alexander tells me what I should do with my life.
Well, I mean, Alexander, I think, did tell us what to do with our collective lives.
We're going to get pizza.
We're going to get a secret pizza.
Okay,
Secret
good. It's good that
pizzas.
you heard I was crying.
Yes.
Did he give us a special order to order? Like a code pizza?
Are you
Oh
okay,
yeah,
Terry?
arbitrage.
I was in the kitchen, so
Yeah.
Yeah, passkey arbitrage.
I'm all right. I think I'm in denial, as Alexander says sometimes.
And you know what? Alexander said they might just be, away from the phone. So they could be perfectly fine.
I forgot about that.
Oh, well, oh, damn it.
Alexander's dead.
No, you're
Oh,
fine.
no.
Alexander's
He's not
fine. It was a very nice chipper message they left for you. What are Alexander's pronouns, by the way? I forget.
Alexander's he, him.
He, him. I'm sure he's fine. He's just away from the desk. And, could be at little quasars, maybe.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I'm
you're
sure
my
they'll
best
know
friend.
more, whoever
I'm
we're
going
going
with
to talk
you.
to.
I'm going with
I'm
you
your best friend.
wherever. You're my best friend.
Okay.
You're here at
I wasn't
least
sure if-
twice a month.
Twice. I am here at least twice. I'm pretty sure I come more than twice a month. Oh my god.
Every other week.
That's a lot of
Time is complicated for me. I stream a lot.
Fair.
You do run
That's
32-hour
Trash
work
is
days.
weekly, but then recycling is bi-weekly.
Yeah, there you go. That's the problem. There's the yard waste bin pickup. That's a different time than the recycling, than the trash. It's very
And there's
complicated.
the trash, and then there's the recycling, and
Yeah.
then there's yard waste.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have a special pickup if it's like
Alright.
just a large object that they can't take.
I
out.
just throw it on a basket.
I believe that.
I know you
Alexander
do.
it?
I know you do.
Alexander just throws everything and separates them for you.
I'm aware that you just throw it on the
It's
basket.
just a lot of cartons.
How
of
are we?
milk,
How are we
you know.
gonna? Are
You
we
have
heading to little
cartons.
quasars together?
Let's go,
We-
little quasar.
How
at this
far away is
point-
little quasars from this? From
Here,
Terry's?
probably about, like I said, walking at a fairly brisk pace, you'd get there like 25-ish, 30-ish minutes, kind of thing, like a little half-hour
okay.
walk. You obviously you have your pedal clutch kilo, which would cut the time down by about half. You could also get a cab. And you know what, Julia? Give me a D6 roll. Give me a 2d6 roll, and let me know what the high number you roll is. What your highest number is.
Ooh, you trying to see if Terry's got a fancy car?
Yeah, let's see.
Probably my next question. Like,
Company
Terry,
car.
Four.
Okay.
Ooh, four's not bad.
Okay. Describe for me the car that Terry would have bought if this was our time and everything like that, and Terry was like in their essentially 30s, roughly, so 15, 20 years ago. Describe for me the style of vehicle Terry would have bought in that parlance. Like, so would he have bought something like expensive but petite and hard to maintain, or would he have bought like a classic American car he does not know how to handle, where it's like a bunch of horsepower? Like, what kind of car would Terry have bought?
I think we can go. What is the name of those ugly ass cars from like the
weird box
from no
Hummers?
from Elon, from the guy.
Oh, Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Does Terry have a
What is
Cybertruck?
something- Yeah, because I think it would be like trendy, and then like Alexander would be like, "Oh, maybe that would be a good car."
All right, so Terry has the modern equivalent to a Cybertruck. Weirdly enough, in this current time, thousands of years in the future, called Cybertruck, but not related to Tesla.
Ugly as hell.
And I think Terry never drove.
Well, it's good because they barely drive anyway. But don't drive it in the rain. It could rust. What an insane vehicle.
No way.
The amount of defects that the Cybertruck has is one of those things where it's just like, this
Are
is
they
bonkers.
defective?
They are
It's
defective.
still in-
When I say
it
don't
is still
drive
in
it,
beta.
yeah. When I say don't drive it in the rain, it will rust. I am not kidding you. They did not weather protect it off the line,
Yeah.
and so it's just
This is
metal with rain. So
It's a vehicle.
you have to it's a truck, right? You have to drive
It's a
it,
vehicle.
dry it off.
It's going to be outside.
Yeah.
This isn't a Barbie
I've
car.
seen videos
It's
of
not-
plastic fences ruining these things.
Yeah.
So-
Also, that's the thing. It breaks constantly. It's as fragile as you could imagine. And it doesn't have proper weather protection or ground protection. So, like, let's say you're in a truck and you drive it down a dirt road and you kick up some rocks into the undercarriage. Normally, a thing would be there to stop the things that could possibly be hurt by dust and pebbles to do that. Cybertruck did not come off the line with that. So people would drive down dirt roads and then find out that they couldn't turn it on again.
That pebble fucking punctured something.
Yeah,
So there was nothing to protect it.
Oh, who would expect dirt outside of the car?
It's a wild vehicle.
Rocks in the
I saw
outdoor
someone-
environment.
Yeah,
Not
I saw
on my
someone
watch.
ask me if it would like cut their finger off.
Yeah, that's
with
the other thing is that its auto close sensor doesn't work, so it will automatically
Trunk.
close its little trunk slide cover onto your finger, and it will damage you. It does not have. It's not like a
The
if
car
you,
is against you, is what we're saying.
it's
So main
So
question.
that's the perfect
So
one for
how
Tery.
is happening with the car that we have now?
yes. So everything that is wrong with Elon Musk's Cybertruck is wrong with Terry's
No.
Cybertruck. Now the rain thing isn't as big of a deal. You're in a space station. It's unlike you have to make choices if you want to be in rain, in a vehicle. But like
You can't
all of
take
the
it to the
problems.
fungal forest.
Oh, God forbid that for some reason it has a Wi-Fi problem and can't connect to the system update, so you can't start it, or turn it
Wow.
off sometimes.
Jesus
Yeah,
Steve.
it's a bad thing.
So
So
rude.
Terry's car is
I
that.
should have said it like a Honda Civic.
So you rolled a mixed success.
I have a Honda Civic.
So you rolled a mixed
I should
success.
have done.
So the other car you have
Civic
is
to
the
Civic.
modern, because Terry's wealthy. The other vehicle you have that you had outside of this, or that you have outside of this, would be just big enough for any combination of three of you to fit comfortably, and absolutely comically a little too small for all four of you to fit comfortably. You can physically all get into it, but you cannot fit comfortably.
But it is.
Gecko feet.
Yeah, you did canonically roll the gecko feet for yourself, so that's not going to come and bite me in the ass later when you have to like scale a wall.
You just hear him
Uh,
screaming from the roof, but it's like out of joy.
Yeah, war crying from the roof. But so you do have another
Like, is he
vehicle.
okay? Don't worry, he's having the best time of his life.
Only Izzy's feet are gecko feet. His hands aren't.
But
So
because
just hanging on by your toes,
because
just flapping in the wind like a
because,
flag.
it's Terry, I'm gonna say that the other car that would potentially squeeze all four of you in is the Velis equivalent to a PT Cruiser. So it's like meant to look like a classic car, but it ends up just being kind of like a boring suburban knockoff of a classic car.
I forgot
Okay.
PT Cruisers were a thing.
Yeah, they came and went real
Real
fast.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to look retro, and for like a brief moment, everyone's like, "That's kind of cool," and then later Terry
Yeah,
realized
they
that like
suck.
only like soccer moms and like suburban middle-aged New Balance white dads drove PT Cruisers, and
New
so
Balance.
Niche. What a niche.
yeah,
Wow. You put your thumb right
a
on somebody's
a
like
cargo khaki tucked in t-shirt,
Right on their
woven brown
Right
leather
on somebody's
reversible
brand.
belt.
I know who you are.
That
A
doesn't have
reversible
a
belt.
reversible belt that's a leather weave, so you don't have to worry about belt loopholes because it's
Wait,
just
hold on,
traditional.
hold on.
You're out of control.
With the reversible belt. Reversible belts are awesome.
I
okay?
also have reversible belts. Yeah, I do too. But it's not about the one thing. It's about all of the things, right?
the
Khaki
combination.
cargo shorts
Yes.
by themselves in a vacuum, pretty white guy coded, but not
I was gonna
definitively
say
white guy
pretty
coded.
white.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A masked lesbian could style up khaki cargo shorts and make them hot, but like you put all of it together, like one of those Panama kind of white, kind of off cream, like mesh hats that look like gambler hats with like the little band around it. That's who drives a PT Crew. Anyway, I'm just describing my own father. May he rest in peace. Nonetheless, so that's the car options you have, or you could walk. What do you all do? Or does Terry not tell anyone that he has cars?
We can
That
fit
you
Kilo
have
in there.
cars.
No, we're gonna go grab a pizza or just go there because Alexander told us to
we
go.
could. I don't see why we can't do
Porque no
both.
los dos.
Yeah,
Like, we're
Okay.
gonna get a pizza.
Also
See
the-
Alexander.
and get
Yes.
pizza, and they can give us the tour, whatever
Yeah,
the tour
also-
is.
I
don't know.
haven't had
Get
pizza in
pizza,
like
say the cat
85
password.
years.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Then it's overdue.
What do you mean?
Yes.
85 years?
Crazy Quasar's pizza. The crazy Quasar's
Yeah, I
pizza.
think. I lost count.
Oh my God, Terry. Well, let's go get some pizza.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Uh,
Terry,
yo.
85 years?
You're telling me that you've been hanging on Alexander's every word. He never said, go eat a damn slice of pizza for 85 years?
Well, he is way younger than 85 years, so it's less than that. I think he's been with me for like 20.
He's been with you?
And in 20 years, he's never said, go have a slice? You did a good job, Terry. Go get a slice.
Okay,
No,
all this
but
talk
he
about slices
he
is gonna be
gives
a-
me
All right,
milk
all
for
right.
a
We're going to go
slice.
get Terry
All
some
right,
pizza.
you all pile in.
A slice?
Which car do you take? Cybertruck or Cybertruck or PT Cruiser or
Can we go like to the garage and then I like so they can see
Yeah.
both?
yeah.
No, the first one they see is the Cybertruck because I wanna seem like like look how
You're
cool my
cool.
car is.
And everybody's like,
Look at my
Just to see the
expensive
reaction, and then if they hate it because I know the car sucks, then I say, "Oh, I have
Wait.
another one."
So wait, Terry thinks their own car sucks.
Yeah, he
At this
doesn't drive
point.
it. Alexander
Okay,
drives for
Buyer's
him.
remorse.
And
Reader,
he
that's
never
the
leaves
question.
his house. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, Terry only leaves his house for the modern equivalent of VidCon, and
events,
various
pretty much.
streamer award events. Otherwise, he just makes content.
Man,
Why
that's
live?
so
We
patient.
just
Perfect
make
life.
content.
Dark.
Yes.
It's the
So who can drive?
Good question.
we know that Kilo can drive because Kilo
I can
drives
drive.
various vehicles.
No, I can't. I think Terry can drive.
Yeah,
He
Terry
just
can drive.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
doesn't.
It just doesn't.
Can my pedal clutch keep up with Terry's vehicle?
I mean,
Or
you'd have to
no?
roll a check for it, but yeah, it could. It could
Okay.
technically, because it's not like people are cruising
It's city driving.
cruising at like 100 miles an hour here. Like the vehicles
yeah.
are actually not move. It's a little bit more because it's an enclosed space, right? It's a little bit more retro where it's pretty common that it's like, oh, I'm gonna take the vehicle. It's going to drive 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to. There's no such thing as like a freeway or anything like that.
It's like
So there's
driving in a city. It's
Yeah,
like driving in
yeah.
any city.
Yeah, it's city driving.
Yeah, it's city driving. Nobody's. There is a racetrack for that kind of entertainment, and there are a couple services that you can drive little like speedster pods for that after you sign a waiver, of course. To if you die, you die. But like,
Yeah,
If you
Memories.
died from being too turbo, you
Too
can't be
turbo.
mad at us.
Were you too
You
turbo?
slam.
Okay, so do
Why
people?
did they die? Oh, they were too turbo.
My
What?
curiosity.
Once you go too turbo, you're done.
Don't be
Okay.
too turbo. you're
Don't
gonna
go too
die.
turbo. You just have to stay at 1 turbo. 2 turbo.
never
Oh my
go
gosh,
full
that's too many turbo.
Twice
That's too
as
many
much turbo
Can't do
as
it.
a person can take. That guy's going 2 turbo. I heard about a guy that went 3 turbo and changed dimensions.
3 turbo? Unheard of.
Unheard
That's
of.
sci-fi, bro.
3T.
3T. Okay, it's important. This is deeply important. You all get to the garage.
Yes.
You see
Listen.
Terry has a Cybertruck. I need all of you. All of you before you react to it. I need all of you to give me a survey roll because this is basically a spot
I
check.
can do that.
Survey.
Except for Terry. Terry. I need you
Survey.
to
I'll
give
do
me
that.
a hide roll, please.
I want to get
A
my
high
drives back. Is
roll?
what I want,
Okay, I have
Steve.
2.
I want my drives back.
Yeah, I know you
5 for me. 5 for Terry.
3.
5, 5, 3, 3 for Izzy.
With my
And
skinny
a
little
5
skeleton
hide
hands.
for that. All right, so Kilo and Nim, you both see that Terry is doing that thing where they gesture and then look and wait for a reaction. I will leave it up to you as players on how your characters react to the Cybertruck. Izzy, you do not see this. How would Izzy react to seeing a Cybertruck?
Just full throttle.
Just a face. Tery, you definitely see Izzy makes a face. How did Kilo and Nim react?
Kilo's like, this looks about right. Is not at all shocked that Tery has this vehicle.
Cool.
It's a vehicle.
It's very
Nim?
nice.
That's a vehicle.
Tery.
I don't
That's a
feel like
vehicle.
Nim would know anything about cars in general and just be like, oh, that's a unique shape.
Yeah, that's an odd
That's
shape.
a-
All right, that's the
odd.
energy they
A
give you,
shape like
Tery.
that. That's
we
very
we took some liberties here.
Terry, that's the energy they give you. You're gonna have
That's
them.
the
You're gonna
energy.
you get to pick the vehicle you go in: Cybertruck or subcompact average vehicle.
Reminds me of the Galaxy Pre. Ugh.
They don't seem as impressed as I hoped. I have another car.
Poor thing.
Mm,
Can I show the other car?
mm.
Tery, you can drive whatever you want.
Well,
Whatever
I'm
works.
gonna drive.
Do you not want to drive your car?
Can you drive?
No.
You can't drive. You can't drive at all.
No, yes, I can.
You can drive.
You
I
don't
just
want
scared to drive?
You
won't. Okay, you
want to
can drive. You
I
can
don't
drive,
wanna
but you won't. Why
Yeah,
will
have
you not
two
drive?
cars, but you won't drive either.
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
That's just how it's
That's
always
just
been.
how it's always been.
Okay.
Maybe it could change today.
Why?
You learn new things. You know,
Kilo.
Alexander
Kilo.
is off.
Kilo.
Tery's
Do we want to encourage him to drive for the first time when we're in the car?
He has not had
We
a slice of
will
pizza
die.
in 85 years. He needs experience.
I don't want to die on my way
He's
to
done
pizza.
nothing. He's done nothing. He hasn't had pizza in 85
there's other
years,
ways.
Nim.
There's other ways. I don't want to die in the back of his vehicle.
I can keep my hand on. I will drive. I will be passenger princess, and I will keep my hand on the wheel.
Okay.
Don't let him do something.
Okay.
Look at him. He's like a lost puppy.
Okay. Okay.
I want you to understand that I am
Okay.
canonically in my mind. Tery can clearly hear this entire conversation.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Look, it's been
I
a while
think
since
I think he
Cross
can hear,
series.
but he's used to Alexander and whoever else
Yeah, talking
saying
about.
things
right
and
in front
he
of him.
just disconnecting and being like,
He's in his own universe.
I mean,
Terry.
I could drive.
you-
I used to do in my extreme velocity days, but
Oh, wait,
you
wait,
know,
wait. Hold on, Tery. I know you're
Yes.
scared to drive, but do you think it would be good for you to try?
to try to do what? To drive?
To drive, Tery.
Ow. Well, do you want me to show you that why do you want me to drive?
Just because I feel like it's been a while. It's good to experience things. You stream a lot.
Okay.
You stay inside a lot.
So you're
Maybe it
telling
would be
me
nice
to
to
drive.
try something new. I'm not telling you to drive. I'm not Alexander. I'm asking you if you want to drive or if you would like to try to drive
Can I
since it's been a while.
can I roll to see if he wants to do
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah. You can see if Tery.
Sure.
meanwhile, Izzy's just remembering his Rocket getting Super League days.
Yeah, and being like, maybe I shouldn't drive. Maybe I don't know how to drive in a normal way anymore.
Maybe I don't know how to drive legally.
Yeah,
On
because
a
I
legal
imagine
road.
a lot of
Legal
people in
sense.
Velis don't drive because why would they? Because you'd have to have a need for it. But
If that's the chase, I got you, but you might not want me to normally.
So yeah, roll for Terry's instinct here. Is Tery where this is a good character defining moment on if Tery like why
Wants to
Tery
experience.
doesn't do certain things, and I think it's a really good like thing to give it to the dice and then let that inform the character a bit.
Yeah, because it's like the vibe of like, oh, it's good to do this, it's good to do something, and he's like, but why?
Yeah.
Then I want
How-
to see if something flourishes.
How disconnected
Right.
is Tery from the hundreds of
Yeah.
years that he can barely remember?
That's why Kilo is
Yes.
pushing a little bit,
Mm.
not in like an aggressive way,
Well,
but
yeah.
is
No, but
trying to
just
see
like,
what
hey,
Tery actually wants.
You are sentient,
Well, you
Tery.
don't know
You're
if
allowed to have
Harry
thoughts.
likes the aggressiveness.
Maybe. Ooh.
What?
I mean, from a how tall is Kilo? 7 feet. From a 7 foot tall, 4-armed,
7'3".
7'3", 4-armed reptile man. Maybe we all like that a
Maybe.
little bit.
Maybe we're all here for it.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Cannot, will not, shall not confirm nor deny.
Sometimes certain behaviors are just universally perceived as hot, regardless of proclivity.
Yes.
It's fair.
But so what did Tery get? Are you keeping that secret and just acting it out?
Oh, I wasn't, but that's cool.
Yeah, where you
Oh,
can kind of
no.
keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
Slowly let us unpack, because you can respond however you want. It's not like there's a consequence to this.
Weird.
Okay.
Little
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's.
You won't You won't try.
I'll drive.
And I'll sit next to you up front in case you get nervous.
Okay, there's plenty of room in the Cybertruck for everyone to sit inside the Cybertruck. Izzy, you could of course ride on top if you want to.
I'm still riding on top.
Yeah.
Izzy is ready to bail at a moment's notice.
Nope, just let go.
Okay.
I am not a part of this car ride.
Unsuction feet. Okay.
I
Next
think
to the
Tery
popping sound.
touches the door to open for Nim, because I think he's old-fashioned. He's like, oh, I need to be a gentleman.
Mhm.
But he doesn't know how to open the door exactly, because he doesn't.
He's never driven
Someone
it.
opens for him, yeah. So he's
That's
like
also a
touching the
problem
door,
for
like,
Cybertruck owners, is not understanding how the doors open on them.
How to
Yes.
get into the vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. I try to put my eye in something to make it work.
So I'm gonna give you one of two
So good.
binary choices, Julia, for Tery, because I think either of them goes in an interesting direction. From this point forward, with Tery being like, yeah, I'll drive. I'll drive us there, opening the car. Canonically, we know Tery's never actually driven this vehicle, or really any vehicle in a long time, but this vehicle especially, and everything. So you can decide. No roll necessary. The binary is this: you are either wildly, you either have to really focus up to like figure out how this works again, and you might not be very good at it. Like you might be a little rough, like a kind of a teenager learning how to drive again. Or I think the other interesting choice is that all of it is just there. It's there like a person who drives a car, where you just know how to do it. So maybe not the door, but like everything about the inside
driving.
of this car, the driving, even though it's unique from other vehicles, you're just like, oh, it's probably this, and you just know it, and you're quite capable.
I think
Your choice.
his body goes almost unconsciously, like
Mhm.
doing it
Or
automatically.
like the muscle memory.
The muscle memory, and because he is good at multitasking.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Because like he streams and does stuff at the same time.
Checks
and
the
then has
chat,
to pay
runs
attention to a bunch of-
polls.
yeah.
Queues up
So-
content and everything like that. Yeah.
It's very pathetic to the entering the car, but the rest is
Right.
okay.
Once that muscle
To
memory
be
kicks
fair,
in,
it's
it's pretty
probably
good.
hard for all of us to enter the car. Honestly.
Yeah.
Nim is definitely
Yeah,
sitting
this is
behind
on
Tery's
top.
because Kilo probably like has to push
Yeah,
the whole seat.
Kilo
back
has to
so
push the
far.
seat all the way back and everything. Hey, you have to lean it back as a 6.5 foot tall man.
I did. Did you
Good.
see it?
Yeah,
I pulled the thing.
You gotta have that lean back so that.
I wanted to be like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Arms that
definitely.
very
I stretched out an arm across the way.
Yeah.
Multiple arms.
2 arms behind the back of the other seat.
No less than
Um,
2 arms.
Other two out the window.
When you turn the car on for the first
One's
time,
on there, but the other one's like.
for the first time,
Yep.
Terry, when you turn the car on, a little beat of a moment happens when a voice, Alexander's voice, comes from the car, because of course you had Alexander procure this for you, and he programmed in the car's like voice assistant, GPS, like smart car features, and it's like, "Hello, Terry. Terry, where would you like to go today?"
I tear up a little bit and I say, Julie's, what is it called? Pizza?
Little
Julius
Quasar.
like Quasars, Quasi Pizza, and smoothies.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Or was it Julius
What is
Quasars?
it? Yeah, it's Quasi Quasar.
Quasi Quasars is the name of the
Quasi
restaurant.
Quasar.
And Julius
station.
Julius Quasar is the mascot.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I say
Okay.
I say it and then I
I
say,
wrote that shit down.
please, Alexander, as if I'm talking to
Oh my lord.
because I miss him.
And so like GPS directions come up, but you all watch, Kilo especially, you watch Terry do this as if Terry was, queuing up some tabs for something. It's just like anyone else driving a car. It's fine. Backup cam shows, pull out of the garage door for the parking garage for the condo, automatically opens. And
I make sure to duck.
Izzy, you duck under, and as you come out into kind of the lanes, the car kind of lifts up off the ground and lifts up roughly about 15 to 20 feet above sort of like what would be called street level at this level, and it kind of moves out and moves out, and the car gives you a lot of like haptic feedback. These vehicles give you a lot of haptic feedback, a lot of like subtle sense memory, as well as have sensors on themselves. But what's interesting about here is that people don't have like lanes, right? It's not a 2-dimensional plane, it's a 3-dimensional space and everything. But just like people with lanes, people just kind of get in and merge on, and lanes just sort of automatically kind of form, and everybody just sort of knows what the path is.
It's driving in China. The streets are just a suggestion.
Yeah, but
Everything else happens.
everything moves along nicely as you
that was a
drive.
crazy time.
Nim, give me
Yes.
Nim, you're sitting in the back of the vehicle.
Yes.
It's been several hours. You would have been off shift anyway, right?
Yes.
And everything. Nim, you see texts from Carol
Uh-oh.
on your phone being text from Carol on your phone being thanking you for covering for them with your supervisor call, and then letting you know that they hate that they're going to work the day without you, because then they're just going to have to talk with Peter all the time, and Peter is so annoying, because Peter's on the other side of them, and everything. But like just kind of casual, friendly coworker texts. Kilo, your communicator blows up with like maybe 15 texts from Yancey.
Oh my god.
Do you look at what they say?
Given her my number.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew giving her my number was a mistake though.
So you text 15 texts from Yancey, and of the 15 texts, you see some mentions of the fact that they remember your promise. You see mentions of, you see pictures of them with work crews where they're taking a selfie, in kind of classic millennial style. So it's kind of up, pointed down at them, and they've got their toe beans up in like a little peace sign, and they're smiling. And then behind them, because we must remember, Yancey might look super old because they are a naked cat. They're like a
Yancey's
hairless
actually a baby, right?
But they're like a 18, 19-year-old. And so they have the peace sign, and behind them, are Velis construction workers from one of the various construction companies and everything.
Okay.
And the caption reads, just watching the boys hard at work, repairing the breach. And you can see behind them there's a bunch of like paneling and stuff, and you, based off your station knowledge, know that they're kind of exterior station and everything like that. And it looks like a big crew. It looks like a crew of about, probably dozens, if not well over 100 people. A lot of like big machinery and everything, like a big construction work, like you would do if there was like a disastrous like thing that happened.
Is this their cover story?
It is. Maybe. Other
I'm
texts.
wondering.
Oh, go on.
I'm sorry. Can I just think out loud for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just wondering if there's just like some station-wide mind wipe technology that we were shielded from when Tery's place closed up.
That's a thought.
I just want to think that out loud for a second before you keep going. Keep going, Steve.
Well, I'm actually pivot to Izzy. Izzy, can I get you to roll me so I'm gonna give you the choice, Izzy. You can either roll, survey, or sense, or what's control.
I'll go with control. I have 2 little blips in control.
Yep. So 2d6, take the higher. Low stakes. This is just if you notice something wrong. 2. You notice nothing. It's just fun. Oof. Up on top here. It's breezy. It's very fun. People on like pedal clutches or that are like walking up the street, they see you standing on top of the Cybertruck and they wave at you. Yeah, and everything. Everything out here kind of looks normal. You're not toward the like far edges, the exterior edges of a station of Velis at all. You're just kind of in the middle of it, in kind of the central zones as you sort of drive up and down. Tery, same goes for you. I'm gonna have you roll either focus, read, or sense, whichever one you want out of those 3.
Focus, because I have 2.
Yep.
I mean,
5.
5.
5.
It takes you a while while you're driving. All of these things are kind of instinctual, and so you're able to kind of scan kind of all of the vehicles. Tery, it takes you a while because you're not used to having to pay attention to this. And it kind of just hits you kind of toward the back half of the trip. There is a surprising amount of security presence out here. Because, at first you're just driving and there's various vehicles and stuff like that. And there's, the occasional, essentially, security vehicle just sort of driving along, not doing anything, but driving along. And then you notice another one. And then you notice another one. Maybe at first you were looking to see if anyone else was in, Cybertrucks. But and in that scan, you're like, security vehicle.
No
security
one?
vehicle.
That's so weird.
No one else is in a Cybertruck, weirdly enough. Not one person. Is wholly unique to you.
Weird.
But yeah, so you notice that there's a
Tery's
surprising
like
amount
that.
of security out in their vehicles.
Sorry.
They're just amongst traffic. They're not doing like a checkpoint or anything like that. But you're like, wow. At the very least, the thought is, wow, there's more security out on these streets or in these, hover car waves than I would have assumed. A lot of it. But with a mixed success, you don't get a lot more than that. Unless you got like, only if you'd gotten a 6. So a little bit of security. Yancey at a construction site. Nim, you're just getting normal messages from Carol. Izzy, you're just waving at
Right.
people because you rolled low. You rolled a 2, so you're just, waving at people. But an uneventful little, I'm gonna say 10-minute trip to Crazy or Quasi Quasar's
Crazy
pizza
Quasar.
and smoothie shop at the coordinates. Quasi Quasar, of course, has the mascot Julius Quasar. Julius Quasar is problematically represented as like a person, a humanoid that is busted out, like is wearing a straitjacket that they've obviously kind of undone and everything, and um they're ravenously eating pizza, like just like shoving like face first
Very
into the pizza pie,
cartoonishly.
cartoonishly eating
want
pizza, and,
See, it's so bad. On the
Just
pizza.
Garfield-esque,
He's
just
crazy
shoveling it.
for pizza.
He's crazy.
yeah, he's
Or like
crazy for pizza.
the honeycomb mascot, that me
Yeah.
honeycomb situation.
Yeah. He kind of is a bit of that energy. Something between that, the
Oh my
Yonoid,
gosh.
and the Little Caesars pizza mascot. He's kind of not a whole. He is depicted as a person, but not in a very humane or sensible way.
Jesus.
We could have done better.
Yeah.
Velas could have done better.
Velas could have done better.
Yeah.
The
Velas deserves better.
Quasar LLC could have done better.
They did not check in with the focus groups like they said they
Let's
were
be
going
honest,
to.
like Crazy Quasar probably be owned by one of those mega companies that owns like 5 restaurants.
Quasi Quasars is actually or Quasar LLC is like a Kellogg. It is a massive food industry brand in the restaurant space, and it also dabbles in personal hygiene products as well as various construction materials. Quasar LLC for all of everything you need to live in space.
Do they own Outworld Steakhouse though?
No,
Okay.
that's more like
Competitors.
Outward Steakhouse is more like up here it would be Dick's, a
Outworld
family-owned chain that has many decent restaurants, but is owned privately by an organization that is the descendants of the people that founded it, and kept in the family.
Yes.
But yeah, you get to Quasi Quasars. Quasi Quasars is a normal pizza joint. It has double doors and everything. I assume you park and go in.
Yep.
And go in.
Yes.
You enter this place. The booths
Good
are
job, Tery.
cheese yellow, with the tables which look like melted cheese with like pepperonis and olives on them. The walls are loud with things. There's little claw machine booths on one side of it with a bunch of kids playing it.
Incredible.
Oh, I go immediately there.
Yeah, and
It's
the
like,
claw
ooh,
machines with
toys.
all the little like toys and everything. There's a soda machine, like one of those Coke mix machines, like flavor mix machines. That's how all things. But like this
Do
could
they have a competitive basketball hoop thing?
they do
Or
not
do we have to?
they do not have a competitive basketball hoop thing.
Oh,
Just the things to
see.
win the prizes.
I could shoot them twice as fast.
I know you can. You
You're
don't worry.
tall.
We'll go
I
to-
will
we'll go
take
to
you
an
to the
arcade.
equivalent of Velas's Dave and Buster's eventually.
Thank
Dave and
I need you to
Think of all the
understand.
tickets I would get, Steve.
I need you to understand
wear it like a
how
scarf.
how
So many tickets.
no restaurants in Velas will not be named after obvious chain restaurants. Inevitably, you'll go to a mom and pop cafe or something eventually. But
Nice.
like,
Hi.
yeah, and there's like guy behind the counter at the register. Some disaffected man that's just kind of tuning out all the child noise and everything. And they kind of look at you.
Who did Alexander say we were supposed to talk to when we got here?
There's supposedly a location under the basement of Quasi Quasars, like in the basement of Quasi Quasars, that you need to
It's
gain
a pass
access
key,
to.
not a person.
But
and
we
you have
were
a
not
passkey.
told how to get.
Oh yeah, you
we
have
have
a passkey.
we have a passkey.
You have the passkey arbitrage.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, do you
Good
approach
job
the
taking notes, man.
do you approach the counter
Flips for
clerk?
feathers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Quavy Quasars.
My gosh, no.
Oh, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that.
I simply must,
You
or else I'll
okay.
get demerits.
No, no, I won't give you demerits. I won't tell anybody if you wanna talk to me in a different tone, I will tell no one.
They lean in real quiet and whisper, "Listen,
Yeah.
we're
All right.
recorded at all times, so
They're
I need
watching
to
you
do
right
it in a
now.
voice." Yeah, they're watching all of us right
All
now.
right. I'm so sorry that they're doing this to you.
What
My
kind of
condolences.
quavy toppings would you like on your quavy pizza? Or here for one of our delicious smoothies?
He's so fun.
Well,
A
we did
smoothie and some
say,
guacamole?
Harry, you
Easy
would
boy.
like this. We did
This
say we
is
were gonna
so
get.
fun.
I think we could figure out what to do next right after we get a pizza, like we told Terry we would.
Mm-hmm.
Get a pizza.
Yes.
This is
Terry,
the
what
best
do you
day of
want?
my life.
What do you want on the pizza, Terry?
Yeah, Terry, you have to decide what goes on this pizza.
What is the desire of your heart, Terry?
And if you're unsure of what goes with what, just ask us, and we'll help
Okay,
you.
okay, no, yeah. What is the classic pizza?
Oh, the classic pizza. That would be the hand-tossed Quasy's choice, which is, of course, pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, peppers on 4 kinds of cheese.
That's a lot. That's a lot going on right there.
Ugh, olives.
Terry, I don't know if we.
Four
I don't
types
know
of
if
cheese.
we. I mean, but that's a lot they're putting on there. Do you like all that stuff that they're putting on there?
I mean, I love milk.
That is
I
true.
know you do. I know you
You
do.
All of our
Which,
cheese
the
is
fourth-
made from milk.
Good.
Yes. Oh my god, he's so fun.
Milks.
Good.
How about just a classic cheese pizza?
Classic cheese pizza coming up.
High protein barbelberry and some crazy bread, please.
Of course. Well, I mean, you gotta have the crazy bread.
Oh,
I feel so bad for this person who has to talk like
I need
this
you to
all day.
understand. I need you to understand, and I'm gonna try to get up to the camera to like really sell this. So
Do it,
you know when someone's looking at you and they're only like emoting from their mouth, the rest of their face
their
is
eyes dead inside.
Yeah,
That's what you're
so
telling me.
they're like,
Dead.
they're
That's
like,
fair.
would you like some complimentary desserts with that?
It's so scary.
Oh,
Steve.
So
my
scary.
god, sadder.
Steve. I
There's
mean,
not
if it's
a smile behind the
complimentary,
eyes.
we might as well, right?
Our favorite is
Complimentary
the
dessert.
old server spumoni.
I don't know what you said, but sure, whatever.
Spumoni.
Spumoni? Okay, sure. If it's free, why not? Oh.
It's kind of unsettling.
You
I like it.
So the cheese pizza is being ordered. Do you order any other pizzas? I won't keep doing the voice at you.
Thank you.
No.
I was
It
physically
is.
I
it
will
is funny
eventually,
to
but
me.
while we're doing the order, I won't do
I
that.
got you.
God.
I think. Okay, so we have
This
one.
guy seems
we have.
genuinely happy with his life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's doing.
Classic 4
He's
cheese
he's
pizza.
he's excellent at his job. You should give this person a raise, perhaps.
The hospitality is so genuine.
Yes. Commitment
I
to
feel
the
like
work.
Izzy's the only one being genuine. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Izzy's excited. Terry loves this. So 50% of you are in for the vibe of
I'm
this
trying-
mandatory place.
I'm trying to get this person a raise for what they have to do all day, every day.
Kilo, you are normal employed. You know this. You
I
live this.
understand.
You just work in an industry where people, other than Terry, usually don't talk to the garbage
Yeah.
man. So cheese pizza.
We got one cheese pizza. Terry, do you want to do now? A cheese pizza is more traditional. Do you want to do a second pizza that's a little weirder, or something?
Oh, we're
something
gonna have
little.
2 pizzas? Wow.
We got 2 pizzas. We're four adults.
Yeah,
we can-
yeah,
Give or take.
yeah. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
have 4 pizzas if we
I said,
want.
give or
Well, we
take,
can
and look directly at
100
Terry.
pizzas, man.
I don't think we should get 100 pizzas. I don't think we can eat that much.
Yeah, we can do
Um,
whatever we want.
Can
Yep,
you
you can
physically
do
eat
whatever you
100
want,
pizzas?
but that's a much.
That's a
Okay.
much.
That's a much.
Like I know I could probably eat a whole pizza by myself.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
I would
two.
believe
Whatever,
that.
whatever
Oh, yeah.
you guys want.
There's an
That's
athlete
good.
stomach and then a kilo stomach. So
No, listen, I get pizza. I regularly experience pizza. You do not.
I would like Kilo to please roll a read check on Terry,
Oh, boy.
please. And I'm not
Okay.
actually going to have Terry resist this. I think this is something that
Oh.
that is kind of evident about Julia's play. Julia, you can of course correct me, but I love this because I think this is part
I got
of
a 6.
the perfect. Would you say it's fair, Julia, that the challenge here is that Terry has spent so much time with so many things about themselves other than their streaming identity being very much managed for them that it's not even like choice paralysis. It's like not having the ability to muster up the understanding of what like caring about something like this is anymore
the apathy
and being like,
will be-
it's food.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be tasty. I'm sure I will enjoy it. I like everything or don't like things. It doesn't matter. Not in a way that you're like jaded, but in a way that it's just like you've been so engaged in just being an identity online that everything else about that fashion to a degree, things that don't directly plug into that are things where your brain just can't do it anymore. Like it doesn't. It's out of practice about making those sorts of decisions or caring about your preferences.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's not like he doesn't get like stoic.
Yeah,
So
Stoics
Yeah.
are good. Yeah.
Yeah, but because he's very expressive, like his personality didn't change, only like the will of doing
Yeah.
basic things.
Yeah, basic things.
And
And so I think
Yeah.
you'd be picking up on this, Kilo, and you and all of us here at the table and the entirety of people that consume this can decide whether that might be one of the most sad and dark things about Terry's life is not even like a shyness or a sadness or like a fear of choosing,
It's
just
the mundane
so
apathy
disconnected
behind it.
from it that they don't comprehend why anyone would want it from them or they would want it from themselves.
Okay. So seeing Terry's hesitance
Yeah.
to choose, I'm gonna think back to when we were in Terry's place. And what was Terry, what would you say was in your refrigerator at the time? Because I'm gonna try to choose
other
things
than
for this
milk.
pizza. Other than milk.
Other than milk.
I
Yeah.
think easy
I'm gonna
things
try to choose things.
consume.
that you
Okay.
think he's gonna appreciate.
Yeah, like frozen stuff, or I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe now there's food that are more futuristic that like you don't even need to frozen for them to like last forever. Maybe like powder or something.
Yeah, a lot of protein
like,
powders, a lot of food replacement stuff. But there was food. There was
space
sandwich making, so
food.
there was like deli meat,
Like,
things like that.
Bologna,
Alright.
some chicken.
Yeah.
Probably just
And then,
random
like,
name brand whatever's that you were sponsoring.
Yeah, and then like something super expensive. I don't know.
Like
escargot?
arbitrarily expensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
escargot. There was also escargot. There was
Unnecessarily
Yeah.
expensive.
They
Jar of cabbage.
Next
wait,
to a
you said
ham.
you said there was chicken in the refrigerator?
Chimney.
Yeah.
Did I hear chicken?
Yeah.
Terry, do you like
Says who just right in the refrigerator.
do you like hot food? Like do you like spicy food a little bit? At all?
Sure.
Sure.
sure is the best answer that Terry could have given to
good.
that question.
Sure.
Terry,
All right.
I'm gonna give you the Izzy special.
All
How
right.
about that?
I'm gonna get all right.
Meat. All high protein,
thinking
low carbs.
okay, so we're gonna do
gluten-free.
all right. So we're getting you already got your cheese pizza, Izzy. That's already in. All right. So we'll do that. How do we feel about buffalo chicken pizza? How do people feel about that? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. A buffalo chicken
Yeah.
pizza.
Buffalo chicken, a
And then-
cheese pizza, an all meat pizza.
And then we'll get Do you like veggies, Terry? Do you like mushrooms? Yes, that was a yes. That's better than
Yes.
sure. All right, and then
Oh, you don't like
we'll
sure.
get. No, I do like sure. Sure's perfect.
Oh, my
I
Just
knew
soul!
it. I
That was
knew it
such
the
a
moment
yes,
you
good
did it,
even-
painful
Julia.
response.
Yes. As
Good
Terry.
job, Julia.
Yeah, good
you
job.
wrecked my
Damn
heart.
it.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Whatever's
job, you
clever.
I
did
like
it.
sure. I like sure. Yes is an even better answer, just because it tells me exactly what you want and what you like.
Yes.
Yes. Now you're saying it like it's a question. All right. And so like we'll get a cheese pizza, a buffalo chicken pizza, and then like one of those like veggie delight pizzas where it's like
Meat
mushrooms and a
lovers,
mishmash of things.
pizza.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
you end up getting 4 pizzas.
Yeah, why not?
End up getting
I
4
pay.
pizzas. Terry
I'll
pays.
finish whatever's left.
Yeah,
I pay.
Terry pays. All of you are familiar
Why?
that Terry. All of you are familiar that Terry's wealthy like a Hollywood celebrity is wealthy. So Terry isn't like Terry and like a Hollywood celebrity that's wealthy, and that wealth could probably never, unlike a Hollywood celebrity, that can never be shook. So like a Hollywood celebrity at peak celebrity wealth, like Robert Downey Jr., right? A modern day tens of millions of dollars US. So not like billionaire wealthy, but like permanently money is never a problem for them. Permanently money is never a problem for them. So them buying 4 pizzas is like you buying a single stick of gum for somebody, and all of you are fully aware of that. Because even if you don't follow Terry, everyone knows that Terry has been famous since all of you have been alive.
Can Izzy do a thing?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Because he may or may not have been sponsored by this company.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just pulls out a loyalty card with a stamp on it. Just to get a discount. Like a 15% discount.
That's
Love
fair.
that.
Izzy's on that struggle game, constantly trying to make
Even though
athletics work.
When I was sponsored by them completely, free all day. However, a lifetime 15% off of this
15% off. So you get 15% off, Terry.
Company's foods.
Yeah, a 15% off thing. You get your pizzas, you get your respective beverages. The clerk overheard Terry.
Oh, can I tip? I give the rest of the 15%
15%.
as a tip.
There's no.
Aw.
The person receives the tip from you, and is confused. Tipping isn't in the culture of Velis. There is no such thing as tipping in Velis. Everyone just gets paid. People occasionally tip, like very lightly, but like it's usually at very, very nice restaurants. It's a very kind of like up top layer kind of energy. Generally, everyone on Velis, weirdly enough, even though there's different classes, there's disparate classes, there are people that literally sleep in what would be like one of those Japanese kind of pod motels. Like that's what they have, and then they have like shared bathroom and kitchen facilities. But because nobody on Velis in general, broadly speaking, everyone that's on Velis, and especially all citizens of Velis, have guaranteed food, guaranteed housing, guaranteed guaranteed basic clothing needs, guaranteed like healthcare to a degree, and everything. It's not very good, but it's there. All of it is shitty, but all of it is there. The floor in Velis is better than the floor in the United States, but there's still a lot of people that don't abide by that floor because there are barriers to getting out of that is much simpler. So you are confident, but when the person receives the tip, they're like, "Thank you so much," and they
a single tear runs down his.
Thank you so much, and all of you get your beverages. Terry, they heard you. Your beverage is just a giant milk. And everything. Everyone else gets a sort of like the appropriate. We're not going to dive into the weeds on the beverages too. Appropriate beverage for it. Smoothie, not smoothie, milkshake. They pretty much have everything but alcohol.
Love that.
You all get your pizza pretty quickly. It's pizza
The
as we
service is
perceive
crazy.
pizza. Or as we perceive pizza, it hasn't really changed. You do see that there's a little fun fact card on Quasar's about the origins of pizza, which is attributed to a gentleman from thousands of years ago. A father to a nation named Papa John invented pizza.
Thank you, Papa John.
If I had a nickel for every time Papa John became an interesting character kind of thing in a TTRPG I was playing, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of weird that it's happened twice within the last 12 months.
Papa John famously invented the pizza.
On a
I
funny
knew
little
the
planet
Americans
thousands of years ago.
invented the
the
pizza.
pizza. Yeah, of course.
knew it.
Of course we did.
What else? What else would it be?
Other fun facts about pizza, pizza is it's considered the last remaining like superfood, in the way that if you just ate pizza for the rest of time, you wouldn't die of malnutrition. None of you are sure how scientifically backed that is. That might just be marketing.
That must be true.
It turns out it was like part of a balanced breakfast. Like, how scientific is that?
But you sit there, you eat your pizza. It's good pizza. It's chain restaurant pizza. It's solid. It's not gonna knock your socks off, but it's solid. Tery, you haven't had pizza in 85 years, and even though
It's pretty good.
you did that, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. All of you uninterrupted, you see customers come in, customers go out. The way that this place is laid out is it's pretty kind of standard, like smaller restaurant space. Counters kind of at the back across from the entry door, and then off to the side of there. No, it's a pizza place. There's a restroom kind of off to the side, and it looks like there's doors to the back.
There were kids and stuff. I wasn't sure if there would be like. Okay.
And because there was a bunch of security on the way.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, there. You did see some security walking outside, but there's no like, there's no Velis station security. There's no like private security. It's just a restaurant. It's just behaving very much like if any of us walked into like a chain pizza place. I
kind of put the pizza on the milk a little bit.
Dip the pizza in the milk.
Dip it.
Oh.
Sure.
That's how you want
Just
it.
a fun fact.
That's all right.
It's a fun fact.
Just a fun fact.
Just a fun fact.
I have some really weird pizza weirder than that.
Can I walk up
It's in a shake,
to the
but
person
okay.
The clerk.
again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. I'm just wondering, does this does this place have extra floors of any kind?
Extra floors.
Yeah.
Like an upstairs, like a balcony.
Or like an upstairs or a downstairs. I'm just curious, how big your place is. I haven't been here before.
He leans in real quick. Dude, what are you asking me? What? Extra floors? What?
Yeah.
Is that a topping? Like, what are you talking about?
No, it's not a topic. Never mind. It walks away. This clearly is not the person we're supposed to ask.
You all want to do a survey or a read or a focus? Or
can I do a focus?
Yeah. Everyone can roll it.
I'll do a survey.
Survey.
Come on.
6.
Makes sense to me.
And a 1.
5.
4.
6, 5, 4, and 5. Okay, so you all did well. Tery, of course, got a perfect success, but the overall group all mixed success to perfect success. Eventually, after striking out with the clerk, you can sort of see back along the right side of this building where it obviously goes back to the kitchen. There's restrooms, and then there's another doorway. And that doorway at one point slides open, and you see someone kind of walking up some stairs with some supplies for the kitchen. So there is a basement here. There is a basement here, and you do know that the thing is supposed to be in the basement, but it's just sort of straight back. There's no like walls or barriers, because again, why would someone just go into the basement of a restaurant? And everything. It's like, yeah, it seems benign enough.
I mean,
Just a benign
there's
back
nobody
hallway
there,
bathrooms and everything are.
if there's nobody
If
there
you-
blocking the way,
Yeah, I can say I am a
Just-
celebrity, and people usually do everything I want.
okay,
Let's
that
just
must
try
be
not to
nice. That
attract the
must be
attention in the
nice.
first place.
That must be nice for you.
Off topic. I
Um,
really want a meat lover's pizza.
I know
and
this is
like
making me
just a
want
sandwich.
pizza.
Just a
So
sandwich
goddamn
of
it.
meat
Yeah.
lovers,
Yeah.
veggie lovers.
Yeah. Yeah, just a dense,
Welcome
huge
to
amount.
playing a game with Steve. You will always leave craving
Hungry.
some random ass snack or full ass meal
Yeah,
because he's gonna bring something up and you're gonna
I'm
sit
ver-
there going, "Damn, that sounds good."
but yeah. So
Can we just walk back there?
Just get up and-
Probably.
I mean, you
I mean,
can
nobody's
walk-
blocking us.
you can try.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing in your way, and everything. It's not
Mm.
like how.
I mean, there's no convenient way to sneak. There's no way to sneak
No.
back there because
Yeah.
it's right.
Yeah, you can walk back there.
Just get up and walk.
Just don't
Why are you
make a big
saying
deal
it
of
like that, Steve? I'm gonna try to walk back there.
Okay.
I follow.
Kilo, Terry get up to walk. I assume Izzy and Nim eventually follow when they notice.
I will act like I'm looking for the bathroom if somebody tries to stop.
Yeah. You walk back there. You pass on the left-hand side. You pass the eventual kitchen where pizzas are being made in the same fashion of the way that pizzas have always been made. There's not some weird future replicator tech that's doing things. It's a hot oven. There's no wood fire or anything like that. It's obviously, but like even the oven
Yeah.
shape is like a classic pizza oven, brick oven. It's just
Plasma
all.
pizzas.
It's all just like element heated. Essentially, it's all like but like you walk back, bathrooms are on the right, you walk past the bathrooms, nobody stops you, you go back to the back door, nobody seems to notice or care. You are able to walk down the steps. This looks like a standard kind of cement basement. You go down the steps, they break to the left, you get down to the bottom of the basement. Basement is lit. You can see shelves with a whole bunch of like supplies on them. It looks like there's a couple doors that are a big walk-in fridge, walk-in freezer kind of situation, like you would expect there to be for storage in a restaurant. And there's a guy sitting on a stool. Like, not a guy, a little person sitting on a stool. They're probably about 3 feet tall head to toe, but their feet don't touch the ground right now. They're just sort of
Big.
kicking. If I could describe someone as looking like a deflated tennis ball with looking like a deflated tennis ball with just the dangliest little spindly arms and legs coming out of it, no real delineation between body and head, just at some point in this like kind of like deflated ball shape, a face emerges where it's got like a big kind of overly large mouth with lots of individual teeth, and then like and then
very puppety kind of look.
like a little puppety gremlin-y like looking little thing. And since I described it as a tennis ball, they're in like a little overall get up, like a little tiny Oshkosh bagosh overall get up, but otherwise they're not wearing like a shirt, and their skin is covered in like thin yellowy green like peach fuzz, like a tennis ball would be.
Minion?
Like,
So
yeah,
like
kind of
a
like a
minion.
like a
A tennis ball minion.
like
You're
Meatwad and a
describing a
minion.
minion.
Yeah, Meatwad
You're
and a minion
describing-
had a baby, and there you go. That's what it is.
Like and
Lord.
the mucus next mascot just watched.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah. Just we
situation.
watched and like clapped. Well, it happened.
Hey, friend,
Hello.
Oh my lord.
we got somewhere to be.
Where you gotta be?
I mean, we've got Nim, we got the passcode, right?
Arbitrage.
Arbitrage. Ah, yes, arbitrage.
Yeah.
They kind of lofty up and everything, and they hold out a hand,
All right.
palm up. No, like they want you to
Oh,
hand them
Oh,
something.
they want something.
Give him
Oh,
5.
what do we have?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What do we have to hand them? Just were we given something?
There's numbers? Wasn't there?
Oh.
Those
Are you
were
looking for a
coordinates,
tip?
station coordinates.
Are you looking
Coordinates,
for a
so-
tip? Are you looking
Money.
for money?
Money.
Money?
Oh!
All right, I'll give you. Fine.
No, me.
Yeah, how much?
I give them money. I have so much money.
Do you give them accidentally too much money?
Most likely.
Or like
Me?
yeah, Terry. Do you give them accidentally too much money?
Oh,
What is the equivalent of
Like
how much money you
An
would think of me
abnormal
to be
amount of
giving
money
them?
to give someone as a tip?
Oh, probably.
Probably. So
Right?
Terry, you hand them a little too much money. Not like grossly a huge amount, but like if it's normal to tip someone, like if it's normal to tip like a valet like a few bucks or $5 or something like that, Terry tips 20 kind of energy, right? Where it's like it's a lot, but it's more like big spender energy, not like
I'm
not
better
like
than you.
out of step.
It's not the condescending. Here's like
Yeah, here's $100, kid. You'll never see this kind of money in your life. With this kind of job.
scrub.
So
Excuse me,
you
dude.
all see this happen. This is very clear that Terry does this, and then the little gremlin guy pockets the money in the front pouch of his overalls, and then more.
My lord.
Okay. I give more.
Wait. How much you looking for? Give us a number.
Well, they're talking to you and pocket it. How much you got?
We're not doing this.
That's
We're
it.
not?
I'm going through. We
Who
paid
are
you. Let's go.
Terry.
Oh,
We
no?
have your pass key. You got a tip.
What did you
Please
say?
let us.
What did you say? What was
Who
the
are
pass
you?
key?
Arbitrage.
Arbitrage. I don't know what that means. And then they just leave. They start walking away.
Yeah, that's what I started thinking.
Bye.
I stop him.
You stop them. Hey,
Yeah.
what? You want to give me more money?
No, give the money back. Give it back.
It's not yours. It's his.
It's Terry's. Yeah, give it back.
You want your money back?
My money?
Yeah, the money you gave me.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Starts fishing in his thing, hands you back the money.
Well,
You're all
thank
very
you.
weird.
I think, you know what? You go ahead. You can just,
You're allowed
Go.
to perceive that.
yeah.
Okay. Starts walking up. Give me a sense roll. Sense?
Sense.
No, not sense. Sorry, it's body language. Give me a read roll.
I'm ready to tackle this
Yeah,
person
I
on the
figured you were.
stairs.
Give me a read
If-
roll.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Anyone that would be paying attention to how strange this guy
I
is behaving.
wouldn't.
I
Yeah.
got a 6.
All right, Kilo, you got the 6. Since you're the one who stopped him. There's something about it. It's hard to judge with someone that looks like a minion and the Mucinex mascot and a meatwad
Tesla.
all kind of rolled into one. It's hard to judge, but you catch a real sly look come from that as the person begins to walk up the stairs. They're not very far, like they're like 1 or 2 steps up, but you catch it as they're
Can I yoink them?
The back
With
of their
my height
overalls?
and where they are
Yeah.
on the stairs?
Mhm.
Yes. I yoink.
You grab it. Give me a. I'm gonna go with a either a control or a strike roll.
I'll do
You're not actually punching them, but like
yeah.
to do this.
I got you. My strike is better. That's another 6.
Perfect.
Nice.
It's hot tonight.
You not only grab them because they're less than half your size and everything by happenstance, they weigh nothing. You just lift it. They're just like now suspended by the back of their overalls in your hand, Kilo.
Just scruff them.
You scruff them basically.
Hey. What was that face for?
What face?
What are you doing?
Making fun of my
What are you doing?
face?
Be real. No, I'm not making fun of your face. Be real with me.
All right.
I put them down, but I am standing in front
Yeah.
of the stairs
They
so
look-
they can't go.
They look up at you. This is your first time, right?
Yeah. For
We
whatever
don't
this
hang out
is.
in basements very often.
No.
First time, right? All right. I'm supposed to lock you in, and then they interrogate you and everything. Um. Uh.
All right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm supposed to do. There's a button up by the door. I push the button. Door locks. Area
you could
goes dark.
If you had just explained this, we would have probably.
I don't know
agreed.
you.
Well, you could ask.
It's not my job. My job's to guard the space and then lock you in.
And take our money? That part of your job too?
Yes.
Is it?
No.
There we go.
Just sometimes they
Right.
give me money.
What's your name?
How dare you ask my name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Kilo.
This doesn't sound like the name that would be on your ID.
Yeah.
Minnie. Minnie the Minion.
Are you lying
I
to
hate
me?
everything.
Are you lying?
I hate it.
You're
You
right.
said it like it was a lie.
Minnie the Minion.
Mortimer the Manion.
You keep saying it like it's not
Alliteration.
true. The way you talk
I hate it.
is misleading. But
Mercifulous the
tone.
Momian.
you
Oh
keep.
my lord.
I don't
so
believe
many-
any of these.
Macravius. Macravius the Mormon.
All right, this next one
believe
is
that
the one
one.
we're gonna. The next one you say is the one we're gonna call you by. So it better be good, because you're gonna hear it a lot.
Kilo.
That's my name.
You said
can't
you were
have
going to
my
call
name.
me by that name.
No,
You should call me Kilo.
I'm not
You said the
calling you
next
by
one.
my name.
You're not a man of
No,
your word.
you gotta
You made
pick
me
your
give
own
the
name.
money
You
back.
gotta pick your own goddamn name. You cannot have mine.
We can call him Milo.
Milo. Yeah, Milo.
Milo. Great.
Yeah.
All right,
Milo.
Milo.
Stands for Milo the Mimian.
Sure.
You've gained an enemy this day, Milo.
You
Milo.
too. You too, other Milo.
No,
Your
that's
name's
not
Milo.
my name.
We have the same name. My name's Milo.
We do
Your
not
name's
have the
then
same
Milo.
name. Go lock the door.
Fine.
Who's on third?
Milo gets
All
up.
right.
Milo gets up or walks up
I
the
hate
stairs,
it.
locks the door.
Milo already had 99 problems. Milo just became the 100.
Yeah,
Oh my
That's
god.
really what just happened.
just a nasty little guy. Milo locks the door.
Absolute gremlin.
The lights don't go like dark or anything, but very shortly you can hear like thunk, thunk, like bolt locking, like big magnetic
Man.
bolt locking and everything.
I'm very scared.
Yeah,
Really
and
makes me
it's
quite
like,
unsettling.
you have issued the password. Comes out over a
Lord.
speaker that you can't really
Scary.
see. You
Okay.
have issued the password. Tell me, how did you come by this password and this location?
Terry,
Alexander.
Alexander.
Alexander. Ah, yes. I recognize you now, Mr. Bite.
Hello.
Well,
Voice.
voice. Mr. Bite. From this moment forward, you have a choice. You can choose to engage in this and enter the offices through the secret passage that I will reveal to you, or you can choose to go back to a normal life. Once you've seen what you will see, you cannot unsee it.
I want to find Alexander. Voice.
Okay.
So that's my choice.
Then you
So what
must
you're saying
progress.
is-
We're
If we go
rhyming
through the-
now.
If we go through the red door and behind you, it's
Or
a new
the
life. But
blue
if we take the blue door back, we're done. It's a normal life.
I see. I like to think that Izzy says this, and it's like, you too, a fan of the classics. Thousands of years later, The Matrix.
Entirely.
Nonetheless, they're like, okay, we will open the door. All of you, before we open the door, please stand in front of it so that the scanner may scan you for proper ID.
Would have worn a better outfit.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah. We know who you are, Mr. Bite. Kilo Jones, Nim de Plume. Is he good enough?
I usually am.
3 of you have pun names. Have you ever noticed that?
What? What's a pun?
My name didn't translate properly when I came here.
Yes. Pun names. Name that sounds like... I'm not going to explain it. All of you check out. All of you seem like normal citizens. And then you... Like, an uncomfortable amount of time passes. Mark the door. And then suddenly the door...
mark the door.
And the door... You like...
Izzy stuck on pun. So, like, I mean, like, my father was a photographer. His name is Frank Lee Saw It. Is that a pun?
Yes. Frank Lee Saw It is a pun for a photographer.
I think we're supposed to mark the door.
Mark the door. You hear like that bus like depressurization noise, and then through the same speaker, you hear just like a doom, 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 doom.
All right.
Not like the chanting, like a soundtrack.
Right.
And then
Wait,
obviously,
we got
obviously there's like a fog cloud that like fills out,
Yeah.
and they've lit it up. So
The
when the
true
door
showmanship,
opens, it
yeah.
reveals a thing.
This is awesome.
The showmanship.
Taylor
Terry's
was
just
so
vibing.
excited to come here, and now
Enter.
he thinks it's a joke.
Enter
100%.
to receive your knowledge, a wisdom unreachable to any of you at this point.
All right.
Wow.
I assume you all go in.
Someone.
Just Izzy walk through.
Okay. That's good.
Yes.
Like, body to the beat.
You
I'm
walk
like
in.
impressed.
You walk in, and the 4 of you go into a room. The door seals behind you. The room kind of like lights up, and you can see like various screens on the wall with different monitor feeds and everything. You see a handful of computers. There's a couple people typing. It looks like this space is almost like a kind of a collective work. Think of like if you took like a mission control, like a NASA mission control kind of space almost, and you shrunk it down so that it was supposed to have at any given time maybe like 8 to 12 people in it. So it's not very big, but it does have like a conference table off to the side. Like it's a professional kind of looking place. You can see that there are like maybe some doors to some private offices off to the side. There's another restroom back here and everything. And everything. So it looks like a small office with like a large like data surveillance security gathering
What are they
gathering
watching
space.
right now?
So you just see a bunch of different feeds clicking through, but you only actually see 2 people. 2 people. Neither of them are at any of the workstations. They're both just standing there. One of them is in a plaid shirt, a t-shirt that is clearly from quasi quasars, like quasi quasars. Like one of the shirts you could buy from them and everything.
Oh, the merch.
Shorts, sandals with socks in them. Shorts, sandals with socks in them, and they've got their hair tied back up in a ponytail. That's probably Mark. They look like a Mark. And then the other one is
like a
this.
Mark.
Is a Mark with a K or Mark with a C?
It's a Mark with a K.
He's Mark Widak.
And then the other one is a kind of like a petite femme looking kind of like blue sort of like fluid goop kind of alien. She's sort of
Alright.
shaped like she's sort of shaped like someone's like smoothed out the lines of things. So she's got like eyes and like mouth features and stuff like that. But like she doesn't have like a really prominent nose. She's wearing like a hoodie and like just pants and everything, and it looks like she's got a necklace and rings, but she's like her legs don't have like feet, they have like little like kind of curled blobs, and she kind of almost looks like blobbly jello-y kind of thing, like a goo
Okay.
person.
All right.
And everything, and the little femme one opens their mouth first, and they're like, "You have found our secret."
We're in here now.
And
You don't have to-
they touch something kind of at the base of where their neck is, kind of in their hoodie collar. Hi, you found the organization's secret lair. What can we do for you?
What's the
We're looking for
organization?
Alexander. He kind of.
Oh yeah, Alexander. Alexander's not in right now, but we will certainly take a message for you.
And what's the organization?
What's the organization? I mean, you gave the secret password.
Yeah.
You don't know
We
the name?
did. Alexander.
How'd you get
it was an emergency.
It was an emergency.
And
Oh,
Alexander. Yeah.
because of the thing?
Alexander's
The thing that happened outside?
because I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've got it under control. Don't worry. We're investigating it. We'll figure it out. Mr. Bite?
I asked you a
Alexander-
question.
Yeah. What?
What's the organization?
Wow.
What is this? What do you do here?
We are a branch of security in Vallis Station.
You're giving me a very cut and dry response when I think it's a bit more nuanced.
Why do
than
you
that.
think I would give you the organization's name if it's a secret place under a pizza place that has a password to it and you're not yet members? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we could be.
Well, if you
They have a
want to
point.
be, I suppose we could do. Do you know how to do orientation, Mark? I can wing it.
Mark.
Mark, make yourself useful. Get them some like waters or something. Okay, I'll tell you my name at least. My name is
Tery wants milk, actually. Sorry. Can you get one
Can you get
waters
Tery?
and then
Can
one
you
milk?
get Mr. Bite some milk?
Oh, you read my mind.
Ugh.
That's not something my people can do. Oh, he read. I didn't know your people could read. Anyway, yeah, my name is Grem, and I'm here to answer questions, Mr. Bite. I imagine you're looking for Alexander. We'll read you into the organization. Can you vouch for these three?
Oh yeah, they're my best friends.
Best friends?
And we just
Okay.
ate pizza together.
Yeah, pieces together.
That
It was a
is
lovely time.
exciting.
Life changing, I'm sure.
Yes.
Before we do that, Nim de Plume? That's your name, right? Nim de Plume?
Correct.
Can I have every piece of technology that is on you currently to put it in a Faraday cage?
Oh.
Just mine?
Just yours.
Why just mine?
Because of your employer.
Valid. Here you go.
Thank you. And they don't like hide it from you or anything. They don't take it off to another room. They collect it. They go to space that's in like a file cabinet that's like under a desk. And then when they open it up, you realize it's not a file cabinet. It's a Faraday cage. We'll completely block things off, and they put it in there. They don't even like. It doesn't even look like it has like a complicated combo lock or anything. They just it just sort of seals. And they're like, okay. You've reached this branch of the organization. The organization's name, for all intents and purposes, is the organization. We don't have an official name because when you have an official name, things can be tracked. And so we go by the organization. And the organization, if you want to become members of the organization, which I assume you do because you went through the super cool door with all the effects and the very scary voice.
Yeah, very cool.
Did you give
So
Did you
scary.
give the guy at the door? Did you give him money? By the way, did he try to get money from you?
We didn't, and we didn't.
Yes and no.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. We gotta get a new door guy.
What's his name?
Okay.
The screening process
So-
could be updated.
I'm guessing right now his name is probably either Tery Bite, Kilo Jones, Nim de Plume, or
Is
is he
that
good
how
enough?
it always ends up?
Yeah, he likes to do
It's
that.
currently
Oh my
Milo,
God.
but
It's a
that
bit
was
he
one of them.
does.
It's Milo right now.
We were able to bargain for a letter.
Yeah, yeah. So his name is did when you called him a different name, did he call you the same name?
Yeah.
It's a weird bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're here now. The organization is the organization. Alexander, Mr. Byte's manager, was a long-standing member of the organization. We are being honest in the way that we are a security branch of Velis, maybe not one that's known to the Velis government or a lot of other private security branches. We tend to operate very privately, and we investigate strange goings-on. My guess is, Mr. Byte, you are a little fuzzy on the details of what happened. Probably all of you are a little fuzzy on the details of what happened over the last few hours, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
you
we're a
probably
lot bit
go in, you heard
fuzzy.
some sirens, maybe there was a hull breach or something. That seems to be what the news is reporting, right? You were fuzzy on that?
Blackout.
Oh no, not at
We
all.
were stuck
I mean,
we were stuck in Terry's place for 3 hours.
we saw, but we saw what happened.
You saw
So
what did you see happen? What do you think that you saw happen?
I mean, we saw the chorus, and they were
Oh
sapping
yeah, the
power.
40 people.
They were sapping power from the city,
They're making us dance.
Grem
and they made Nim cry.
Grem looks very seriously at Mark. You shouldn't have remembered the chorus incident. No one should be remembering the chorus incident.
Yeah. I have a little theory about that. I don't know what Alexander programmed into Terry's home, but it barricaded us in, and we were in there for 3 hours, and I'm not sure if there was some sort of technology in place that allowed us to remember what happened. Maybe.
So you're why it's not on the news.
No, we're the only people that usually remember things like that.
Well, we remember.
Huh. Fuck me.
You remember? Terry Bite remembers.
Terry
That
Bite
went on a
remembers.
first date.
All right, let me be honest with you. We can't get in contact with any of our senior agents. I'm admissions and essentially the office manager here. Mark is a intern for the IT team. We don't know what's going on. The organization is the organization. If you can't get into contact with Alexander, that confirms it. We don't know where our agents are anymore, and we haven't been able to get a hold of them in the last few hours. And so
Okay.
I don't know what's going on any more than you, other than the chorus came and everything. But normally,
Does that
most
happen
people don't. More often than anyone remembers, because most of them don't. Sometimes they do. Some people do. Occasionally, but if we don't get to those people, usually those people don't hang out on Bellis for very long. Yeah, so we investigate those sorts of goings on.
Okay.
Huh.
So you're
Huh.
saying you're the only two active agents with the organization, right?
Well,
now
as far as at this branch,
that you can talk to. This branch.
yeah,
Multiple branches.
there are, but unfortunately, without the delivered passcodes, we don't. We're all blind to each other. We're a distributed organization across the station, so we don't know who
Alright.
is and who's not part of different branches. We know that there's multiple.
Who did you hear from last? And what did they say?
Senior agent, she let us know that that this was a unique severity 3 issue, and that it would likely involve all of the agent's activity on branch. To your point, Mr. Byte, Alexander was deployed. along with all of the agents out of this branch, to survey the scene and see if they could interpret exactly what's going on. And then sometime around hour and a half, 2 hours into the chanting, we lost comms with everyone on our internal network, communications network. We lost comms with everyone, and we haven't been able to raise anyone since.
Wait,
Probably
is
sap
this
the comms.
illegal?
What's really legal around nowadays? Really, like, you know.
Because you said become members. I would love to check this membership, but Alexander needs to approve it because I have sponsors, and
This is not the kind of membership that you tell your sponsors about.
Yeah, this is a secret.
Well, I mean, Alexander's in
So-
it, so
Yeah. But Alexander is one of our most senior agents, and so if normally, and Alexander did let us know that there might be a chance that you would show up here, not with other people, probably with Alexander, but we knew that you might become agent for us.
Ooh.
It would be useful to have a voice in the noise that communicates messages to wake some people up.
Oh, someone influential.
Yeah, you're very influential, Mr.
they
Bite.
can't
I
wake
am.
up.
I am.
Save them!
It's strange that a translator, an athlete, and a sanitation worker have shown up here, but with you. But, right now we're understaffed. We don't know where anyone is. And all I want to do is curl up in a little ball in that corner. But that's not what I was trained. That's not what the organization's about. Organization is about meeting problems face on. So, since you're here, I should probably tell you, now that you have let us know that you remember the events, and you've seen here, and you know about the organization, you're kind of already members now. Because the alternative
Okay.
is not optimal.
But
Okay.
can I be a member at home? Because I have a job that demands so many hours. So
Yes,
I
you
usually have
can
to stay
absolutely
home.
be a member at home when you're at home. You're a member always. Once you're in, you're in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a member always. We have a
guess
saying
we're
in the
in.
organization, and the saying goes like this. It's the beginning. It's the credo of everyone in that's ever been inducted into the organization, and it's lasted centuries. The organization. When you're here, you're family. You can't deny your blood. And with
We're
that,
family.
we're family,
Oh my
Mr.
lord.
Bite.
Oh my God, Tery. Oh my God.
You're like, we're all family in the organization.
We're family.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
In this case, Mark is actually my blood relative, like 7 times removed. We did the 32andMe, the DNA sequencer thing, 32andMe.
Yeah.
The one for our communities.
Yeah.
And everything. But yeah. So, shall I read you in? Shall I have you all recite the oath? Shall I call your employers, minus you, Mr. Bite, and let them know that you'll not be showing up for work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait,
What? Wait.
we have to lose our jobs to do this? Are you paying me?
Yes, of course. You'll have a stipend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh.
Wait, can I still sport it up? Like.
Is there a reason that we have to?
Well, for you,
John?
M. de Plume, um, for you, M. de Plume, now that you've seen this, you can never go back to your place of employment again. There's some information I have to tell you about your employer that you and other people are unaware of on Bella Station, or maybe they're aware and they just don't care. Some of them, in some cases, for you, Mr. Jones,
Yeah.
you're a sanitation worker.
Mm-hmm.
You might be low enough on the totem pole. We can discover it. Mr. Bite is self-employed, of course, and Mr. Goodenough, you're an
Please,
athlete.
Mr. Goodenough was my father.
Oh,
Call me Izzy.
Izzy. I thought your father's name was frankly seen.
He took my mother's name.
That's
It usually was frankly good. It was frankly good enough, but
yeah, there you go. I love that. Yeah. For you, I suppose you could continue your sport, but I will, Greg, you can't get too famous in any sport. It can't be like the old days, and everything. But I will read you in. You should
Can
know.
we bring Alexander?
If we can locate Alexander, that'll be your
You gotta
first
find
job.
Alexander, Tery.
We all need to
Yeah.
find Alexander and all of the rest of the agents, and we need to figure out what happened with the course, and we need to figure out who wiped everyone's memory, because we don't know who that is yet. Maybe it was the chorus, maybe it was the government, maybe it was another corporation, maybe it was who Nim de Plume worked for. We don't know. And then Wellmark kind of brings back the beverages. It actually says something for the first time. Oh, maybe it was the people that took Mr. Jones's kids, and then he just
What?
hands out the beverages, and then he's like, I gotta go pound a couple grumpies, and he walks off to the bathroom, and everything, and that's where we'll end the story for this one.
Oh, sorry, pound a couple of grumpies.
Pounding grumpies is a term me and a few of
Best
my
not to
friends
think
use
about.
for it. Yeah, it's a good term. I love pounding
Best not
grumpies
to think
as a
about it.
term for
You
that.
have kids?
And that's where we're going to cut off this session. We're a little late, but I wanted to get to a nice little cliffhangery moment. I didn't want it to just resolve easy. And I wanted to see Kelly's face on the response to that. But
Wow.
Pounding grumpies.
and then I love the glitch is like pounding grumpies. All right, we're gonna wrap up. I gotta go pound a couple
Golly.
grumpies. We're gonna wrap up because we're a little bit late. Because we're a little bit late. You can follow at Giggle Girl Productions across various social media platforms. You can follow at The Kelhop across various social media platforms. You can follow at Son of a Glitch, that Son of a Glitch _ there's varying things, but if you type in Son of a Glitch, you'll get there. You can
You'll find me eventually.
follow at Stark.ju or StarkJU0 or Stark Julia at various platforms. And you can, of course, follow at Dying of Exposure and at Radio Free Will on various platforms. We will probably be back next Tuesday. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, they will discover what the organization is all about from this office manager and this IT intern next time on
Oh my gosh.
Cosmos Candela. I've been your game mommy. See you in the stars, since we were talking about Starstruck earlier. See you in the stars. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.